What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on BABA stock.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And on today's video, first of all, I will show you where we are on a price chart and how we get there. Then I will continue with the fundamental news and I will show you the recap of its recent news that might be important for its upcoming movements. And at the end of this video, I will share my thoughts and my technical analysis, and I will show you what should we expect next. So let's start with the price chart. I made my previous video right here at this point, and I told you that we have several crucial points. One of them is this one. It is a previous swing high that was established on January 24th. And in order to stay bullish, we shouldn't break this bottom of $70.71, and we should break this swing high, and this one. And on a bigger scale, on a bigger picture, in this case, we will have a clear sign of its new uptrend, because it will establish several new higher highs and higher lows. And so far, as you can see, we have this breakout above the first range of resistance, but this breakout well, I have to admit that it is not the best one in terms of its structure. Despite it has quite decent volume during this breakout, I don't like this structure that is happening for last couple of days, couple of trading sessions. That is why we have to be cautious. And guys, if you want to enhance your trading skills, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel and to join my Patreon account, where for the $35 a month you will be able to drastically enhance your trading skills. And on top of that, for the first 100 subscribers, I will do a giveaway. I will do a technical analysis based on your request on any asset that you might find. So, and let's continue with the fundamental news. What is the news that might be very important for this asset for upcoming weeks? Let's start one by one. First of all, this article was published on CNBC on January 23rd, and it is quite bullish news in general, and it's titled "Alibaba co-founders buy more than $200 million worth of shares, sending stock up." And key bullets are following. Alibaba co-founders Jack Ma and Joe Tsai have picked up more than $200 million worth of the company's shares between them in recent months, according to regulatory filing and the New York Times. Ma stepped back from leadership roles at the company and the public eye, while Tsai remains chairman. The company's shares have slumped since November after planned spin-off of its cloud business was cancelled. And inside this quite bullish news, which leads to this quite significant movement of Alibaba shares to the upside for about 12%, inside this news we have a bearish news. And this news you should also keep in mind. You know that back in March of 2023, they announced the spin-off, and they should divide Alibaba by 6 companies, and all these 6 companies will be focused or should be focused on the certain branch. And unfortunately, these plans for now are put on the shelf. And that is why we have the first bearish news from this point of view. On top of that, let me show you another bullish news. On my previous video, I told you and I showed you this news that Michael Burry from the Big Short fame made Alibaba and JD.com among his fund's top holdings last quarter, according to its regulatory filing this week. Hedge funds Renaissance Technologies, Saba Capital, and Point72 added new positions in Alibaba, as did Canada Pension Plan Investment Board and Oaktree Capital Management. And by the way, this news was published on February 16 on South China Morning Post. And yes, this news is quite bullish again. But if you take a look on the list of institutional investors, and if you sort it by the biggest number of shares, you can see that the top companies who hold Alibaba stocks, as you can see, they slightly rebalance their position to the downside. And one of the Vanguard funds lowered its Alibaba allocation by 2.45%, second one by 0.03%. It is not the bearish sign, but in general, if you take a look on other major shareholders, you can see that EEM, iShares MSCI Emerging Markets ETF, lowered its allocation in Alibaba by 22.54%. And yes, the top 10, I would say the top 10 companies at the very end of 2023 and the very beginning of 2024 reduce its position on Alibaba, and this is definitely not the best sign. On top of that, let me show you this chart. It is Alibaba's shrinking e-commerce market share. And on the bottom of this chart, you can see that Alibaba is losing its market share from Q1 of 2019 till Q4 of 2023. And other minor companies are gaining its momentum. And you can see a lot of bullishness around these companies. For example, Pinduoduo, who is the main competitor, and potentially it will be the biggest company in this field in China by 2030. And all of the analytics are trying to compare these two companies, and the comparison is not in Alibaba's favor. That is why, guys, you have to be cautious with your positions, and that is why we still have crucial points on the price chart that potentially might show us its upcoming movements. So, and let's continue with the technical analysis. But before we dive deep right here, please subscribe to my channel, hit notification bell, and hit the like button. This helps me a lot. So guys, what do we have right here? On the one hand, we have from this bottom right after the quite harsh decrease right after they published their earnings report. From this bottom of $70.5, it has a decent movement to the upside for about almost 3 weeks, and they gained and Alibaba gained about 7.61% to its value. But at the same time, the structure itself, and especially the volume that is supporting this movement, doesn't show that it might be quite a significant uptrend, which might last quite a long period of time. That is why I think we have to be cautious, and let me turn on all the drawing tools. You can see that this line that I marked previously at $73.28 doesn't work pretty good. We have reaction out of this range from this point, and I don't like this type of candles below the range of support and resistance. That's why I don't need these two, and I don't need these two as well. And here you can see that we caught its technical movement to the upside, which brought us about 8%, almost 9% of potential profit. But for now, I don't see any signs of its potential direction in upcoming days. So what will be the signs? Guys, I have to admit that this recent price action is some kind of calm before the storm, and we have to wait for major news. I showed you its upsides and downsides from the news standpoint. And I have to admit that in general, we also have quite weird relationships in between Alibaba and Chinese Communist Party. That is why we have so much risks involved in investing in this company. That is why, guys, be cautious. And if you are a long-term holder, and if you rely on these price targets, and we are on marketbeat.com, and here you can see the consensus analyst price target of about $115.44, which implies almost 52% of upside potential. Definitely, it is quite lucrative potential trade, but well, you know, these forecasts, the latest one was made at the very beginning of February, and we don't have any updates since February the 8th. This means I would say we have to wait for more news that might be quite substantial in the short-term perspective. And when we have this news, definitely it will affect the price of this asset. And for now, guys, let's draw this line. Let me show you like this. We have to hold this range of support that we broke previously. Let's change the color of this line to yellow. Here it is, and we have to hold this line in order to remain bullish. And the next target that should be broken is this one, $77.67. And the more volume will have its upcoming movement, the more power from the technical standpoint it will have. And definitely for now, I don't suggest you to enter any position at all, because we are on nowhere territory. We have to see the confirmation, and yes, we have to wait. The market will reveal itself. And I think that's all information that I want to provide you. See you guys and girls next time. Bye.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you.